the egg to scramble. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, I'm Genevieve Coe, Deputy Editor at NYT Cooking, and today I'm making chocolate hazelnut cookies. There are 3 parts to this cookie, but they're all super simple. One is a brownie cookie base, and that bakes up so that it's like crackly around the edges and fudgy in the middle. And then there's chocolate hazelnut spread onto the cookie and then topped with roasted chopped hazelnuts. And so when they all bake together, you get crunchy top, crackly edges, and then super fudgy center. I'd initially just thought of this idea of wanting to do a molten lava cake in cookie form. I didn't really want the hassle of making a chocolate ganache to melt in the center. And so I started using chocolate hazelnut spread instead. These cookies are good for if you have like a really intense cookie craving, or you have people who say they're coming over at the last minute. You can get them done super fast. The very first step is to melt the chocolate. And I always like to melt chocolate in a bowl set over a saucepan because chocolate can scorch and it can burn. So when I'm melting chocolate for cookies like this, I totally don't bother to chop it. Chopping chocolate is sort of a huge hassle. I just break the bar. And actually, you don't even have to break the bar. You can totally just stick the whole bar in there. I'm just gonna pop this over the water, and I'm also throwing in 2 tablespoons of butter. If you're comfortable melting chocolate and butter in a microwave, you can absolutely do that too. Once I see that this is all melted, I'm just gonna move it here so that it can cool down just a little bit. I actually stir salt into the chocolate. So either way, you're gonna get salt in the cookies, but I found that stirring the salt into the chocolate actually did give it an even better flavor than stirring the salt into the dry ingredients, into the flour, or whisking the salt with the egg and sugar. So what this does is it helps the sugar dissolve, and it also creates air in the cookie, and it gives it that nice shiny look, and also gives it the crackling edges. You can absolutely use an electric mixer, or you can use a stand mixer, a hand mixer, but I sort of like watching the egg and the sugar transform into this pale yellow mixture, and you can even feel the difference, and you can see how like the bubbles are getting bigger. You want this to be really thick and yellow. Just a little bit of vanilla, I think, helps bring out the best in chocolate. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this spatula with the chocolate on it because I'm about to add it anyway. So I'm gonna stir that in. You don't want it to be super cool. You just want it to not be crazy hot because you don't want to cook the egg at all. You don't want the egg to scramble. The sugar hasn't fully dissolved, but mostly dissolved, and when the chocolate's a bit warm, it helps it dissolve even a little more. When I'm scooping from a fresh bag, I just actually stick a clean whisk right in there just to loosen it up because you don't want to add more flour than you should. So you can see, look how dense it is. It's like stuck in the thing. Do you like how I'm making a huge mess all over the black counter? So we have a 1/4 cup here. As gently as possible, get it incorporated. I don't want to have to stir the flour in so much that it makes the cookies tough. We're going to now portion the dough. We want to do it while the dough or batter, it almost looks more like batter, is still a little soft. I just want about tablespoons of dough. This is super messy right now here. And if you have a cookie scoop that's a tablespoon, you can do that, or you can just do what I'm doing, which is just dropping them on like this. So I have all my blobs here. So I just want to chill them for a bit. That actually helps the cookies both hold their shape, and it also makes it, I think, taste a little better. So I'm gonna pop them in the fridge. I messed around a few times with freezing the chocolate hazelnut spread and other times just spreading it in. So we're gonna do a little experiment here, and we're gonna start with making little frozen blobs. All right, so it's been about an hour, so I'm gonna grab the dough from the fridge and then the frozen hazelnut spread from the freezer. There are 2 ways to get the chocolate hazelnut spread on the cookies. These aren't thumbprints. I don't want it just in the middle. I want as much spread as I can get on there. It's about a teaspoon for these tablespoon-sized portions of dough. You can pipe it on, and if you don't have piping bags, you can also use just like a resealable plastic bag. You can see I actually want to go as much to the edges as possible, but I want to leave just enough around the edges so that I can still get some crackly dough there. If you don't want to use a piping bag, or you don't want to try piping, is you can just use a spoon. The thing with some chocolate hazelnut spreads is they're really stretchy. The other thing you can do is have these already frozen. And what I want to do is I actually go this way. Instead of going pointy side up, what I want is I want that to go into the cookie, because that gives you like a deeper amount, you know what I mean? That means that you get actually some of the hazelnut spread like in the dough. And then last but not least, the thing is like totally doesn't bother me if I spill hazelnuts all over, because then it's just an excuse to eat them later, you know what I mean? This is perfect. It's just what I was looking for. They have these nice crackly edges. The way that I know the cookies are just cool enough to start eating is if I can pick it up. All right. I took too big a bite. Can you tell? You know, I'm trying really hard to get these words out. Especially when it's warm, it really does actually taste like a lava cake. The edge of the cookie is like the edge of a brownie. And then when you get to where the chocolate hazelnut spread is, it's like creamy, and the crunch, I just like love the crunch of the hazelnuts. If you hand me a cookie tray, I'm like, where's the one with chocolate? You know, it's almost like, it's not even a conscious thing, it's just this instinctive like chocolate. I'm so excited for all of the Cookie Week cookies. Oh my gosh, what is coming? Christine, oh my gosh. This is amazing. I'm like tearing up. Oh man, I've tasted them like in my mind when people were sending their ideas and when I was reading the recipes for editing, but I haven't tasted them. They look so gorgeous and delicious, and this feels so special. I gotta tell you, I love baking cookies so much, and I love giving cookies away so much, but like to receive something, I'm always like, it's more delicious for it, like it really is. It's tastier for it. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun baking them this season. Happy holidays.